Do you have any food allergies, Brian?
Yeah, I've been actually lately. I'm trying to do a gluten-free thing.
Are you really?
Yeah,
I know you are.
I'm trying it out. I'm seeing how the pants fit.
So a lot of times when you go to someone's house, they don't accommodate for any allergies. Gluten-free or not. I see a lot of gluten-free people in the corner going, I can't do anything.
I know.
Yes, I'm going to eat the turkey. That's it. But why do you have to do that? You can have delicious bread. You can have all kinds of delicious
Listen, man,
desserts.
it's hard to find gluten-free stuff. And if you find it, it's usually filled with all kinds of fillers and sugar. Why would you want to go down that road?
Well, there are a lot of people out there that pose as gluten-free, and they make gluten-free products. But truly, the best stuff that I know, his name's John Irvin and Gluten Free Things. John Irvin, Gluten Free Things. What's going on, my friend?
Well, just, here tonight having a good time of my buddy Marvin from Abruzzi's.
You're half the man you used to be, first of all. You're looking good, John Irvin.
Yeah, well,
Are you going gluten-free yourself, Johnny?
No, I just broke my ankle, so it's one of them things that...
Well, but you're getting skinnier, so does that mean you can't run to the fridge as many times? Is that what it is?
That is exactly
It's slowing you down from
I've been sleeping on the couch since September 1st.
Oh, Johnny, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
It's a tough life, especially being an old guy and you break...
Well, wait, but being the owner and chef in the kitchen, that makes it even tougher.
Yeah, it's been difficult to run around on my cart in my bakery and stuff, but... slowly but surely, I'm coming back.
Now, Brian, we had this conversation the other night in the kitchen. There's kind of a private conversation, but I said John's the salt of the earth.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. One of the hardest working guys. He's a true entrepreneur, is what I'll say.
And he loves what he does, and he does it well. Engineer by trade. Education, very highly educated, but went into the gluten-free business. For those that don't know you, John, and I think that if you've listened to this show for any extended period of time, you know who John Irvin is. But I'd love for you to just take 30 seconds to talk about gluten-free things.
Well, Gluten Free Things is actually started in the middle of 2010 when I got laid off as an engineer for the second time. We were in the wastewater treatment business. My wife actually said that I should go into food. And I told her I never would because
Well, she's gluten-free.
She is gluten-free also, but the funny thing about it is I never thought I would do that. And old friend of mine, we started doing gluten-free July of 2010. He got sick at the end of 2011. I decided to go out on my own. I'd spent a lot of time and energy and all that kind of good stuff. And so started developing the gluten-free and from January 2012 until basically 2013, couldn't really find the right combination of things, and so I threw all my recipes out and I started back over and instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, I decided to go my own, invent a new mousetrap, and that's how we started coming up with our stuff. And then in 2015. With the vegan, with eggs, got to be $45 for 15 dozen. You could get one box. Decided to go ahead and go vegan with everything. Because
that was very smart, because those two groups of people are very parallel.
Yeah, and the thing is that Rich was we were talking about it earlier.
Little Rich?
Little Rich. That with respect to gluten-free is kind of one of the things where it's not as big of an industry as the vegan industry, and the vegan people actually choose to go to the vegan route. Yeah. Gluten-free is kind of like on a smaller scale. They have to, celiacs especially, but the vegan, like you think about it now, with the Impossible Burgers, the Beyond Burgers, and all the other different meat substitutes. Kentucky Fried Chicken is coming out with some stuff, and so what I'm
get out of here! I didn't even hear that.
Oh yeah,
so we're going to have free vegan. That's your lane.
That's our thing.
It's a dedicated gluten-free vegan bakery in Arvada. Gluten-free things. A lot of great products that you have, but it really strikes me because Brian, we've walked into gluten-free things and we've seen their customers. It's a daunting thing when you cannot have foods that other people enjoy, whether it be pizza, hoagies, rolls, dinner.
Cupcakes and cookies. Think about this.
They've cried. They've cried.
It goes
and
deep.
I've seen them cry because this is something that people want to have in their lives. And it's the texture. It reminds, it could be their childhood. Whatever the reasons may be, you're offering a product that people really enjoy and love. And testament to that is this gentleman right here, Marvin Williams, Abruzzi's Fire and Vine. It's a place that I love to go. Italian restaurant. I think Italian restaurant, you have 20% of your clients that are actually gluten-free. Italian, gluten-free. What? It blows my mind.
Well, you got to be able to cater to everybody, and you want to be able to take care of them in a way that doesn't matter if they're celiac or if they're just looking at gluten-free to lose some weight. But we're there to make it the best that we can and the most safest that we can, and it's easy when you got great products like John.
I love what you said about losing weight. Is that true, John? Because I figure that with gluten-free, you're getting more sugar, you're getting more salt, you're getting a lot of different ingredients that make up for that flavor in gluten. Is that true?
Well, one of the things is I think that what happens is it's a little bit of a myth. Gluten-free actually has about the same amount of carbs. Okay, but what happens is that when people go on a gluten-free diet, they eat more meats, vegetables, truly natural gluten-free things. In our with our breads and everything that we do, we minimize all the salt, we minimize the amount of sugar, I minimize all the ingredients and stuff. But what we try to do is we try to kind of like be the BASF of the gluten-free business. We don't make the final product. That's what Marvin does. We just make it taste better.
Yeah, so Marvin, what do you do with this product?
So we do, basically everything in the restaurant. So in terms of the bread, the pizza dough, the hoagie rolls, we do a great job of offering the people that come into our restaurant a gluten-free option where they know they're confident in getting it. It's not just a side item.
Can I make a note?
Sure.
You have a dedicated portion to your kitchen that's gluten-free.
Yeah, so the whole salad line is gluten-free. We have a separate station for the water.
You have
we do the pastas.
A gluten-free fryer.
And we have a different gluten-free fryer. So all of our chips, all of our wings, all of the fries, all those go in the gluten-free fryer. Our gluten-free calamari, all that. We make all of our meatballs gluten-free. So even people that aren't gluten-free are eating gluten-free meatballs, and they just think it's amazing.
Yeah. One thing I'll say about that, their market share is growing. So you guys, congratulations,
I want to
because
talk to you
you're in a
about that,
place.
Brian, food service. So, Brian, question to you. In food service, before we're up against the break, in food service, what do you do when chefs are like, I'll just do things traditionally gluten-free, make sure that it just doesn't have gluten products in that, meats, so on and so forth. What do you do with seeing now the growth showing success with Abruzzi's Fire and Vine and Marvin Williams saying 20% of our business is this? Can you ignore that anymore?
No, I don't think you. And I'm encouraging people to market to it, because I'll tell you, one of the things that's frustrating to me that I love going to Abruzzi's Fire and Vine for is they're telling me that it's gluten-free, as opposed to somebody just saying, oh, there shouldn't be any gluten in that because it's a salad. And you never know what's in the dressing, what's in the cheese. Right. So I encourage people, label it. If it's gluten-free, transparency is what it's all about.
What do you got for us, boys?
So I've actually made a couple turkey sandwiches, because I thought with Thanksgiving there's always going to be leftovers.
That
and so
relish
forth.
is off the hook,
And so
man.
we did a cranberry and sweet and spicy cranberry and jalapeno relish, which is awesome. And then we also did a bourbon bacon jam. And both of these are incredible. They're going to go great with your sandwiches, easy to make. But the fact is the gluten-free bread is incredible as well. You can slice it off, toast it, and it's just a great alternative.
Blows my mind that that's gluten-free, John. I mean, that bread is that's the bread.
That cranberry sauce is phenomenal.
Yeah, Jay Parker, what does John Irvin's Gluten Free Things and glutenfreethings.com do to you?
It does a lot when I coerce him to bring me cookies. Did you bring me any of your gluten-free cookies? We've got a little thing where it's like he'll take $10 from me. You know what I mean? And I feel good doing it. Yeah. But I say, bring me a bag of cookies. I'll give you a 10 spot. Oh, so that's what he does. He brings me the ones, that I guess are a little bit less desirable.
That's a good $10 bag.
Jay, you like ugly food, man.
Well,
you're all about it, baby. Come on now.
Oh, my God.
Listen, that is who I am. That's my life.
Broken.
Visualized in gluten-free world. If you could visualize me in my life, there it is.
I'm just going to have to take these, since these aren't good enough for you. I'm going to just take these back.
I got a 10 spot burning a hole in my pocket.